everybody. I'm Jim Noble, along with Wofford head coach Sean Watson, and welcome once again to the Sean Watson Show, brought to you by Budweiser of Spartanburg. Well, a few tricks, but a lot of treats for the Wofford Terriers Saturday at Gibbs Stadium. Of course, Halloween is right around the corner, if not already taken place by the time some people see the show. But Coach, man, 48-41 win over ETSU, about as much fun as I've had calling a game here at Wofford. How much fun was it for you, and how much fun is this team having right now?
Well, I'll start with the team. It's been a rewarding experience for all of us. I mean, they've really, again, I say it often, is they continue to pour into each other. They continue to believe in, what we're here to accomplish, and it's been really rewarding. And I'm going to use we because our whole entire staff is having a blast coaching these guys, because they've been, they've given us everything. They've put it out there for us.
Well, we will look back at the amazing come from behind win over ETSU. We'll look ahead to the next test on the road at Western Carolina, and a little bit about recruiting, how things have changed here at Wofford over the past few weeks. It's all ahead next here on the Coach Sean Watson Show.
You can always count on the crisp, refreshing taste of Bud Light, just like you can always count on Always Game Gary. Yay! No bar is too far. No wing sauce is too hot. Not for Gary. Gary is the man. He's nothing like Keith. Keith never wants to do anything. Why are we even talking about Keith? Always Game Gary is famous among friends. He deserves a Bud Light. Enjoy responsibly. Bud Light Beer, AB St. Louis, Missouri.
Behind every adventure is the road that got you there. Behind every passion are the tools that make it happen. And behind every Ford truck and SUV is a Carolina Ford dealer going the extra mile, finding the vehicle you're looking for. It's our commitment to your journey. That's what it means to be True Blue. New inventory is arriving daily. For great offers on a new Ford truck or SUV, go to buyfordnow.com or see your Carolina Ford dealer today.
And welcome back to the Coach Sean Watson Show. All right, let's take me through the preparation for East Tennessee State, especially the offensive game plan. Once again, you hit them with a big play early. Did you think there were some opportunities offensively this week?
We did. They were a zero quarters team, in my words, and they gave us there's some opportunity plays out there that you can attack the run pass conflicts and attack the really the man coverage piece of it. We had to be able, it all begins by being able to rush the ball, and we were able to. So the first challenge was, we wanted to create, a good running game. Then we could play off those run pass conflicts with our pass game, and that's the play action aspect. And then the drop back piece of it, we continue to do what we do, but yet do it differently.
And then defensively, you warned us last week about Jacob Sailors, about their quarterback and their passing game. Obviously, Sailors got his yards, as we'll see. But I thought you held the passing game in check. They got their yards. They hit a couple of big plays. But overall, they weren't slinging it around like they have against some other teams.
No, that was probably, one of the better things we did on defense. We really did contain what was, the big receivers, the 50-50 ball. They had lived off of that and done a really nice job with it. And our guys did a good job responding to that in the secondary. Sailors is a phenomenal player. I mean, he's one of the better ones in FCS football and across the country. And, you walk off the field and you just got respect for, you did when you went into it because of what you saw on film, and coming out of it, he earned every bit of it because, he made some really nice runs. So, but all in all, the big thing I thought was, at the end, the defense, they got the pick for us and set up the win for us.
All right, back and forth we went. I'm warning you, these highlights are going to take a while. Let's take you back to Saturday and the highlights between the Terriers and the Buccaneers.
It's Wyrick back to pass. Going long right off the get-go, looking for Landon Parker, who pulls it in. Wyrick's going to hand it off to Parsons, who's got some room on the right side down the sideline. Kyle Parsons, he was a high school sprinter, and he sprints in for the Terrier touchdown. 45 yards, and Wofford has struck first. Rydell rolls out and the pass is broken up. Making the play coming over is John Michael DiRoberto. Rydell not dropping it all, and then he'll be swarmed under and sacked. Michael Mason does it for Wofford. Wyrick is back to pass. Over the middle, it's complete. First down at the 20-yard line, still on his feet. And Wofford leads it 10-7. Tight end comes in motion. Wyrick keeps the ball, and then over the middle, complete. Another quick hitter and another catch. Parker gets the foot into that one. It's a nice spiraling kick. He's going to go way back, and he calls for a fair catch on the 3-yard line. Rydell back to pass from the end zone. Here comes pressure, and they will get him at the 1-yard line. Tightrope walker, ballet dancer, Landon Parker.
What a catch by Kyle Penix.
Oh my goodness, he stretched way out. The former quarterback making the play. And Wofford is going to burn another timeout. What a fake, and Dylan Droz with his first touchdown catch of the season.
Beautiful bootleg there. Fake the run to the right, come back to the left. Droz was wide open.
It's the Wofford Terriers 17, the ETSU Buccaneers 17. Wyrick from his own end zone. He's going to float it down the left side. It is complete to Chetty. 50, 40, shoestring tackle, long bomb into ETSU territory. That kick is up, and it is good. We're tied up at 20. Wyrick throwing across the middle, touchdown Terriers. He found Kyle Watkins for the 11-yard strike, and Wofford's back in front. Back and forth we go here at Gibbs Stadium. Wofford leads it 27-20. Rydell, quick slant, it's complete, and that's good first down yardage and more. First down and more. Breaking loose is Isaiah Wilson. Will anybody catch him? He is going to go down inside the 10-yard line. It's taking his time, dancing, now bowls forward, and he will get pushed into the end zone for an ETSU touchdown. So we are through 3. We've decided absolutely nothing. Wofford 27, ETSU 27. Doesn't get the handoff. Wyrick's going to throw it. He's going to go deep, looking for Parker. Down to the goal line. Did he get in? That's a fumble. They haven't ruled anything yet. Here's the catch. Knee down.
He's down.
I've got to say he's down short of
He's
the
short
goal
of the
line.
goal.
It is first down and goal, Wofford.
This time it's Walker. He bowls his way into the end zone. Touchdown Terriers. Nathan Walker from 2 yards out. 34-27. Wofford. 13 minutes and 4 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere, folks. This one isn't over yet. From the Wofford 20, they'll hand it off to Sailors. He bounces outside. He turns the corner, and he is going to be down inside the 5-yard line. It's Sailors off the right side, and he is stood up. The push coming, and he's in for the touchdown. And we are all knotted up at 34 apiece. Bunsen plus territory. A quick handoff and a sweep, and off to the races. Nobody is going to catch Einage Carter, and it's a Buccaneer touchdown. They take the lead. Wyrick back to pass. Steps up, going deep to the corner, looking for Parker, and did he catch it? Touchdown, Terriers! Are you kidding me? Landon Parker from Jimmy Wyrick. And we're a point after away from being tied up again.
Air Terrier.
Oh my goodness. We're all tied up at 41 apiece. Throw it out the flat. A dangerous pass and an incompletion, and making the play, I believe that's Amir Anor. Wyrick rolls to his right, trying to buy some time.
There he is.
Down the sideline. Parker's down there, but he's out of bounds. Parker gets the foot into it. Pretty good. Huzzy calls for the fair catch. It's a 40-yard punt by Landon Parker and no return. And ETSU will have 52 seconds to try to win this one here in regulation. But with that ETSU running game, he hasn't had to do a whole lot. Now he has to. And that one's intercepted! Intercepted by Wofford inside the 15-yard line. Oh my goodness! Amir Anor with the play of the day.
First turnover of the game. It's still 41-41, but the Terriers are in position now.
Third down, Walker gets it. He's going to bounce outside, and Nathan Walker is going to ice this game. And the Terriers pull out a 48-41 win.
Coach, something special is happening to this Terrier team.
Yeah, it is. Kids, they're phenomenal people. Got a phenomenal staff. A lot of love in that building, and it's paying off.
Wow, amazing. My heart's still beating from the highlights. 48-41 the final. Of course, so many things to talk about. Amir Anor with the interception that just flipped the game on its head. That defense had taken a pounding, especially trying to tackle Sailors, as we just saw. How big was that? How much did that completely flip the script?
It did, because we needed a momentum, changer, and the defense, was called upon really to give it to us because we had to put the brakes on them. And Amir did a great job. He had made a play earlier in the day too.
Right.
He made a huge play on a knockdown pass, and he's a younger player that's just getting better and better and better. I was thrilled for him because the pick, I think, will help him take his next step in his career. He's got some confidence.
Offensively, where do we begin? Jimmy Wyrick breaks his own school record, first Wofford quarterback ever to throw for more than 400 yards, Southern Conference Player of the Week. Landon Parker, 8 receptions, 179 yards, second most in school history. 2 other rushers with more than 80 yards. A third running back scores 2 touchdowns. I mean, was this what you envisioned, Sean, when you were approached to install this pro spread offense? Was this the potential that you saw?
Yeah, it's the model. It's what we finally, I think, people have asked me, it takes a while to get everything going, sure. And what you're seeing is time on task. And, through some adversity, we've really found a good combination in the offensive line. They're playing really well. Corey and Dane have done a great job up front of getting and putting the tight ends involved with that, obviously, of being able to rush the ball. And then we're able to take our play action shots off of it, which is part of the pro spread, philosophy.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can see some interviews from some of those players we just mentioned on our Wofford Terriers YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, do so, and you'll see all the post-game reaction from the ETSU win. Coming up, could it be another shootout Saturday in Cullowhee? We will preview Western Carolina coming up next.
Black and gold. Bold. A victory story about to be told. Grit, toughness, and tenacity. A hub of hard work in Hub City. We're on these wins like dogs on a bone. In the zone. Our place, in your face, won't leave you alone. Strength, speed, fire, true. I'm sorry, do these things trouble you? We're Wofford College. We fly the W. Ingalls, proud partner of the Wofford Terriers.
It doesn't matter if you're active on the road or in the gym. Your body is your strongest tool. Spartanburg Regional Sports Medicine Institute is here to push you to the next level. With partnerships across Spartanburg County schools, we're here when it happens. We diagnose, treat, and heal at the Sports Medicine Institute to get you back and active, in the gym, in the game, and to the next level. We never quit because you never quit.
Think big. Something life-changing. I'm talking education. Let's get inventive. Blow things up in a good way. Do it for 20 years? Wake up and education has received billions in funding. Who does all this? If you've ever played one of these or these, that would be you. Yeah, thank you.
Hey, welcome back to the Coach Sean Watson Show. I'm Jim Noble. Western Carolina, a road trip awaits in the mountains of North Carolina. Foliage is pretty up there, but you guys could care less about that. 2-3 Wofford in conference play, 1-4 Western Carolina. another team that can score and be scored upon. What do you envision for Saturday?
Well, they're a very explosive offense. They're averaging about 505 a game, and they've had some earlier opponents. They put quite a bit, some big numbers on, but they've been very consistent once they got into league play also. So they're explosive. Coach Bell does a nice job, a really nice job. He's an offensive mind, and he's got his formula for his style of play, which is up tempo, very similar to Sanford.
You and I remember Kerwin Bell when he was a player for the Gators. These kids don't. When Coach Bell had the mustache and the hair going on, we all look a little bit different now than we did back in the mid '80s. I want to ask you about the first really opportunity for a road win. Wofford hasn't won on the road in almost or more than a year, to be honest with you. The Elon season opener last year. Is that something these kids can latch on to? The ability to take this show on the road and do something special in front of a hostile crowd?
Yeah, I think it's our, obviously because it's the next game, it's our next big test, and, continue to move forward. Which is, our process is continue to move us forward, is to go get a road win. And, and they're a good opponent, like I said. We're going to have to, defensively be on it, and then offensively we've got to be on it in order to make that happen. And our special teams have got to help us out with field position, like always. So it's our next challenge. It's something that, honestly, that I'm glad you brought it up, because that's what I've been thinking about all day today was, that's our next big step.
It'll be a 2 p.m. start on the road at Western Carolina. Finally, we always end each coaching show to talk about something not really off the field, but something that's not determined during the 60 minutes on Saturday. And a lot of people have asked me about recruiting. And obviously, recruiting is turned into a 12-month-a-year job for a lot of teams. With a coaching change comes a lot of uncertainty in that area. Over the last 3 weeks, Coach, what have you and your staff had to do to kind of talk to the players who had already committed, keep the recruiting machine going with the players you're talking to? Have you had a chance to do any of that?
We have. We have 6 commitments. They're great kids, and, they're all in because they chose Wofford for the right reasons. So, our job is to, keep those guys all in. And then, we continue to, move forward. And, with our evaluation, we did a really good job in the summer, did a really good job in our camps of, building our list and the follow-up of those players, both, in their senior seasons, and then the ones that we had actually stepped out and made offers on, keeping the dialogue and, just keeping them abreast of how things are going. And it's been awesome because the kids, they watch Wofford football, and, you get it, there's a nice little vibe going on.
I was about to say, you hit a lot of the quarterback recruiting wherever you've been. When you could put tape up there like you did last week, does that help future skill position players say, hey, that's a place that I would love to be at?
It sure does. I mean, it's our recruiting billboard, to be able to do those kinds of, you have that kind of day especially. And I think, before, like back in the summer, back in the spring, when we were talking to many of these young men, it was words. Now there's evidence.
Absolutely. Well, listen, we appreciate it. We're having so much fun the last few weeks. I know you and the team are too. Best of luck in Cullowhee. We'll do it again next week.
Appreciate it.
All right. We also appreciate you watching each and every edition. And we will see you next week on The Sean Watson Show.